Hey YouTube, welcome back to UniXDBS, and today we are going to do the archetype dive for Zenkai Series 1's Green King Piccolo. Last video we definitely dived into the cards, talked about them, but as you guys know, when an archetype is fully put out, I really do like getting in there, kind of showing some of the interactions and showing you why you may want to look into this archetype to play it and build it. So yeah, we're gonna get into that. We're gonna take it over to Untap because DBS Deck Planet still doesn't have the cards up yet, and I just want to make sure that I get this out in a timely manner before moving on to the next archetype. So yeah, as per usual, do want to say that if you haven't already, I would suggest going over to the Dragon Ball Super official Facebook, the card game's official Facebook, where they put all the official announcements and the spoilers and whatnot. But then you can also give a little like and follow to the actual discussion group that most of us sit here and talk in. It's the unofficial discussion group, but it's pretty cool. Besides that, we are going to just head over to Untap. So yeah, let's dive into this deck list. And while we're here, just want to say that if you want to support the channel, this will be a great time to hit that subscribe button, hit the notification button, like the video so it trends, and there's other ways you can help too. I have 2 more channels. One focuses on Dragon Ball games, and the other one focuses on just manga and anime and their games in general. So yeah, links are all in the description, and just decide to join Universe X however you want. Drop in the Discord if you want. So yeah, let's actually get to the deck list. We've got the leader, and I'm going to go through these cards pretty quickly, but if you want the full breakdown, I suggest going to my last video. I'll leave the link in the description. It'll be one of the suggested videos here, and that way you'll be able to get a full rundown of all the effects card by card. But you've got the leader. I've got the Z Awakening. He doesn't go away when he uses any effects. You only really need 1. And then you've got the Frieza Resurrected Ambition. He's just the generic green Z battle card right now. It's always cool to have that gas in there, just to make sure you can have extended plays if you need it. Looking at this, I kind of noticed off the rip, this is going to be one of the most important cards you could put in the deck, this King Piccolo Seal Undone. So he's at 4. This guy is literally the piano of this deck, and he will just keep drawing you cards every turn. Then you've got Pilaf, Shu, and Mai. This card feels really useless if you have King Piccolo already established, but he feels really good if you don't draw King Piccolo, or they feel good if you don't draw King Piccolo. But it's also an Earthling, and so even if you have to combo with it, there's things you can do with that. Then you have Piano, Faithful Aid, just 3 of them. It's the Searcher that gets your Unison. Defending Father Paragus. We've got 4 of each of these Demon Clans because you always want to have 1 in hand, and you also do want to charge them in your Z energy as well. Moving past that, you've got 3 King Piccolo, Newly Youthful Conqueror. This guy is actually snapped, and I will show you why. Right now, 3 Charismatic Villain. This number may not be right, but he's not necessarily, you know, Green has Charismatic Villain. This isn't what this video is about. 3 Son Goku Fated Rival. 3 Piccolo Jr. Fated Rival. This is amazing. This is like super spice. This is old school, but this guy actually can evolve onto the green Son Goku with energy cost of 5 or more, the Fated Rival, and he's going to be able to combo with 4 cards, or up to 3 green battle cards from your drop area, and combo with them. Yeah. I hope you guys see the interaction. For the secret rare, because this deck can actually combo fairly high, we are running a counter. This could change. This could easily just be Kibito Kai, but I'm not quite sure where we're going to stand on our ability to spirit boost. So right now it's that one. We got 4 Piccolo Guardian of Earth. It's generic. It's going to just get you cards, and you've got Dormant Potential Unleashed, as well as a Demon is Born at 3. This is a great recovery card and allows you to draw on your opponent's turn as well as stack your board. 2 Homicidal Clones. So this is what we got right now, and we are going to be able to go into the actual game so I can show you some of the combos. So here we are. It's going to be kind of weird because until we see how the format shapes up, we don't know how good this King Piccolo's protection effect is going to be. So we don't know how hard or how crucial it's going to be to prioritize charging Demon Clan Z energy. But it looks like for this first mock-up, we're going first. So I do want to see the Piccolo 1-drop in hand. I do like seeing the Unison. Unison Charismatic is cool, but this actually isn't the startup hand I want. We normally go down low on life, that's true, but a lot of these cards are almost useless if I don't have the correct setup. So as good as this is, your Unison isn't necessarily the most needed. Like, he's cool and all, but he's not the most needed. So we're going to put that back. This is a later game play. We want to keep the secret rare. We want to almost keep the super combo too, but really Like, there's so much. If we see that, we see that. I don't want to give the secret rare away because it's your secret rare, and this super combo should probably come in handy very, very soon in terms of defense and pressure. So I'm going to shuffle that, and I'm going to keep drawing to see what we get. And just like that, it looks like we are set up enough. So going up to our 8 life, first thing we're going to do is play that. We're going to play that. We're going to tap this, and we're going to play this. Now, we desperately, I think, need a King Piccolo. It may be something that I want to put up to 4, but we gotta just play with the ratios. This is just the skeleton list after all. So if my opponent's going second, likely they're swinging on me once. That's tight. Cool. We have 2 super combos in hand. My next turn is gonna be where stuff starts to move. As much as I don't want to get rid of one of these demons is born, I think Symbol is actually really cracking this deck. So we're gonna play this. After playing that, what I'm going to do is swing with my leader. We're going to take a card from life to hand. That's pretty cool. We're going to draw a card. Then we're going to be able to play a Demon Clan. After playing that Demon Clan, we're also going to be able to activate this guy's ability, which is the limit 1. When your leader king or when your leader card is a green King Piccolo card, you play a green Demon Clan with energy cost 2 or more using your skill, or using a skill, draw 1 card, and you can add up to 1 card from your life to your hand. And I will choose to do that just to get a huge fat hand. This guy comes down, and then I can decide what I want to do. We have a fair amount of cards here, and I think we can do well to protect our unison. So I think what I'll do here is tap, and I'll actually just play this. Now, depending on the speed of the format, this may be a bonehead play. We really have to see. We actually really have to see. But I will +1 him to draw a card. Pretty cool. Symbol's tight. We'll swing for 15. We'll swing. This auto will give itself 15. Now, if they're smart, they will definitely want to attack this card. This card needs to go. There's not really a reason to snipe my unison. It's a 10k. You might as well send your leader at it. That's the way I feel about it personally. But yeah, you just want to get this out of the way. I think that's just, there's no other way. So, drawing for my turn, we have a couple of good things. I don't really have a great charge here. This card is so nasty, but it's not really needed now, I suppose. Like I said, we have to prioritize basically what we're doing based off of what we're doing. So I'm gonna draw here. That's a piano. I think we actually have quite a few plays here, but I must see. So we're gonna tap this. We're gonna play piano. What we're looking for is a King Piccolo off the top, the 4-drop. That would be one of the best cards to pick up right now. And we don't see it. We see this Piccolo. We see... we've got a little bit of energy economy, I think. I think we have a little bit of energy economy. So let's play that. And let's shuffle the deck. We can always combo this in a bit. So I'm going to play this dude. We are going to draw a card. And after drawing that, that's actually pretty neat. So after drawing that, we got a tiny bit of gas. We can swing with our leader. We can go down to 4 life. Homicidal Clones would have been a great thing last turn to pick up to protect our guy. Maybe it should be at a higher level, a higher number. But then we get to also draw, and we get to decide to play. I will play this. I will not take a life, but I will draw from top of my deck with Piccolo's effect. We're getting a lot of useless cards, let me tell you. And then after hitting that, if I want to, I think this, yeah, we can awaken here. We can just awaken here. And then we draw another card. At this point, wow, we can really just combo just to go up to 15 or 20, and then we get like more Z power. So this is a kind of lackluster start. We've got a big hand, but there's a surprising amount of unisons in here, and I guess that's okay. Ratios could be off as well, so you never know. They're just things right now. At this point, I would not mind upticking just because it's better, like just assurance for our, it's better assurance for, sorry, my cat was messing around, for my unison. But we can get the swing in here. We can swing for this for 15 because it will give itself the auto. And we can pass from here. We've actually got a fair amount of cool stuff we can do here. We have charismatic, that's gonna be normal. If necessary, we can always hit the homicidal clones if things get crazy enough, but we also have things as simple as this. If they try to go neutral for it, we can draw. It's not like we don't have the perfect cards to get rid of. Just things like that. It really depends on how the turn goes. And of course that can be Zenkai energy too. In fact, depending on how we need to combo, this could be Zenkai energy. That's the whole point about Zenkai energy. It really depends on how many times you get attacked, but you really do need to manage it because having a fair amount of Zenkai energy will make or break certain plays. But looking at this, let's see. Drawing for turn into a drum. We have plays. I'm just trying to visualize the best ones I can make. I think with our unison as high as it is, we can just put this here because this deck isn't unison based. We draw for our +1. Cool. We have dormant. Yeah, I think we just start stacking. So we swing here. I would really like a Piccolo. Like, we just need it. This will do too though. So we'll draw that, and then we will play a symbol from the hand, and then this symbol is going to draw us a card from our Piccolo. A Demon's Born is amazing. So now that we're at 4 energy, what we can kind of do here is start wombo comboing some of these effects. We don't do that. We swing with our unison afterwards for 15. That's just that. We swing here. He's going to go up. He's going to go up. So it's a 15 swing. This is not the most efficient way we could have done this, but I'll show you more in the next game. We'll swing here, and then this will go up as well. So we have a 15, a 15, a 15, and then a 20. But past that, we can tap. We can go into Sun Goku Fated Arrival by ditching and sand. What is it? A sand, an earthling? Yeah, cool. So we'll just put this in the grave. He'll get played, and then after he gets played, we get to blow up something through barrier, and that's pretty cool. After that, though, we can then tap one more, and we can play Homeboy right here, which is going to be played out of here, and then we can choose, we can choose one card from your opponent's unison. Yeah, so we just remove a unison, because right now we will be able to take out one for each thing in my Z energy, and right now that's only 2, but this makes a pretty cool position, because if they don't have the negates, you can just swing on it twice, they discard twice, they don't gain any cards from life, or you could swing at their face. It really just depends on what your board looks like. But having something like this, the setup is pretty immaculate at this point, because now we have 3 super combos in hand, homicidal, as well as a lot of cool stuff actually. Like, for instance, let's say my opponent swings at anything on my board, right? Anything but my unison. My unison's probably the worst thing. If they swing at my unison, I'm just going to dormant. Then they have one more swing and they have to make it count. I can dormant, and then, like, it really just depends. This is the part where you're at 4 energy, so it's kind of like, okay, you know, you got to see where the game's going. But this could have been comboed last turn too. It really depends. But let's say I dormant them and they swing one more time, right? Actually, I would have to combo 2. Yeah, so I would combo 2 cards. I would combo 1 drum, and then I would put 1 drum in my Z energy. And the reason why I would combo both of the drums to put 1 in the Z energy is so that this play can happen. They can swing. I have 3 Z energy. So now after I've dormanted them on the first one and defended myself via combo, I can use a Demon's Born. A Demon's Born will cost 1 because I have 3 Z energy now. And then after I negate the attack, I can play 1 demon. So I'll play the drum from the grave. At this point, when I play the drum from the grave, even though it's negated, what's going to happen now is that this Piccolo is going to proc, drawing me another card, and I don't have to take anything from life. That allows me to go extra ham the next turn, because this is about to just be a nutty turn. You know what I'm saying? Charge a card. It could be the Shu, but Shu's combo power. This is just where the game starts to get a little hazy. You can draw one. That's tight. Swing with King Piccolo. King Piccolo is going to draw a card, ask if I want to drop a card. This is disgusting. This is actually where the skeeziness happens. Play this card, right? And I want to dig a little bit. So after I play this card, we are going to get 2 effects. We're going to tap to draw with this guy, but we're also going to get another draw off of King Piccolo himself. And then we're going to tap this one to play this one. And now things are gonna get really, really, really nasty. Now that this is here, we're going to be able to play this guy. So we swung for 15. We can swing for 15 again. We can swing for 20. This guy's gonna activate his limit 1 effect to untap himself and add 5k to 2 things. So I'm gonna give Drum 5k, and I'm going to give Tambourine 5k. But then I can swing with Symbol, and I can boost him 5k, and I'll boost Tambourine another 5k. Then I can swing with this Symbol and boost him 5k, but boost Drum another 5k. Then after swinging with Symbol, I can punch right here, for 20k. I have another 20k. I have a 25k. I have another 25k, and you're going to discard a card. Then I've got another 25k. And I have 15 cards left in deck, right? So let's say things were just super ignorant and I felt like the game was coming. There's like funny things you can do here. Actually, no, there's no need to do it. I'll just see if it can go in another run. So yeah, let me move on to the next game and just show you guys what it's like going second. But real quick, before we get into game 2, that kind of felt a little swarmy, a little sweaty, you know what I'm saying? But what I'm here to tell you is that just because your strats are sweaty doesn't mean you have to smell sweaty too. Gonna be a thing I'm kind of doing going forward, but we are doing an affiliate partnership with Dr. Squatch. So if you want to go down in the description, click on the links, check out some of their products. They have soaps, shampoo, they have like actually just a lot of product to better help your hygiene. And as a card game player, you kind of know that hygiene is important. And if you wouldn't want to smell it, chances are somebody else wouldn't want to smell it from you. So if you want to get into this, get some all natural product, help your boy out, help yourself out, because I'm letting you know, like if you're at conventions, which a lot of our tournaments kind of be at lately, this is gonna be probably a good thing. You walk past some cosplayers, you smell good, they're gonna remember that. They're gonna remember that more than the fact that you're holding a backpack full of cardstock, walking into a room full of other people holding backpacks full of cardstock. I'm serious, it works. You should check it out. And yeah, let's get over to game 2. So after that, yeah, let's actually just look at going second. We already know we're going second, so we need to make sure we have a good going second hand. We see the 1-drop, we see the King Piccolo. All we really need is a good Demon King or Demon Clan, and that's gonna be good. Since we're going second, our opponent's probably gonna set up on us, so it's probably better that we have Dormant Potential. And I forgot to discard for Dormant Potential last time. Sorry, I don't play green like that. We're gonna put these back, and I almost want to put the Unison back because I feel like going first, it's just really, really good in order to establish your presence, but going second, you don't know if you're initially going to use it. So this is weird, but as long as I draw any green card, I can just charge it next turn, so this is going to be fine. So my next turn, I'm going to be able to draw, and we get a Charismatic. Okay, cool. Charismatic is unfortunately the card we're going to have to charge here. We are then going to play, and we're going to get in the Piccolo right here. We're going to be able to swing with our King Piccolo, take a card from our life to our hand, draw a card, and then we get to play a Demon Clan. And I'm kind of sitting here like, but we're gonna stock up on cards, so we'll play this. If they played a 1-drop that doesn't have barrier, it's getting erased by this card. But after we play that, we'll not only be able to draw from our deck with this King Piccolo, we're also going to be able to take an additional life. So we'll go down, and this is where we're at now. Didn't draw another Demon Clan, and that kind of sucks, but at least we have charges for next turn. So we'll keep it like this. They might have a removal card. This is where the tit for tat comes in that we kind of need another play to see. But if we get swung on again, and we're sitting here, and then we need to, we can always just hit this and protect ourselves, go down to 4. That's good. Go down to 4, and then also be able to have a blocker to stop myself from getting curse banked. So next turn, we're gonna draw, right? The charge here is a little sticky, but I don't think I mind. We want to save the Charismatic for if we establish a Unison, so I will just put this Piccolo here. And then we will tap 1, because we're going to turn one of these into Zenkai Energy real quick, but we'll tap 1. We have a Demon Clan card in my battle area, so I'm going to just cantrip it, and then we are going to Awaken to untap 1, draw 1. After, Yeah, we had to awaken at that point. So after dropping that, this is where some of the fun begins, okay? Because I am going to swing with my leader. We are going to draw a card, right? And after drawing a card, we are going to play this guy. After playing this guy, we are going to get another card from the top of our deck from this King Piccolo. And then we're going to, since we played a Demon Clan card using a skill, we're going to tap this and we're going to play this. So now we're in a funny position. We've swung for 15, and if I want to, I can save these for defensive because they got barrier. I feel pretty safe about that, but we can play that. After doing this, what we can now do is swing for 20k. His ability, he's going to untap. He's going to give these guys both +1s. And after giving these guys +1s, we're going in for 20 damage. Then we're going to swing with Symbol. Symbol's effect, auto, 1 if your leader is King Piccolo card. Oh, not that one. When this card attacks, choose up to 2 Demon Clans in your battle area, they gain 5,000 for the turn. So this. So 20k with King Piccolo, 20k with Symbol, and then we're going to get 20k with Tambourine and 20k. So 15, 20, 20, 20 on turn 2. That is indeed some pressure. We can sit on that because we have the hand to sit on this now. If they want to pressure the board, not only do we have Dormant, but we have 2 super combos. And so I'm feeling pretty fine with that. Depending on what they want to swing at, we have a little gas for it. Yeah, like we can always just kind of check if they're going in for 15k neutrals and they're not willing to invest any. We can always check. This is an interesting play at this point because I don't necessarily know what I want to give up. It's probably just going to have to be the piano. That is what it is. And then if they want to pressure hard, depending on where we are, since they're on 3 energy, we do have things like Homicidal. We still have the ability to Dormant. Like, I would like to get my Unison on board next turn, but you never know. Like, you never know how things are going to go off. So it is possible that we may just Dormant. And what would we discard? We discard this card because it's the useless card. So we could hit the Dormant, and as you guys already know, a tale as old as time. Dormant plus Homicidal means you're living. Like, you're just living. We'll just take that and we'll blog with it or something. But yeah. The next turn we get to draw. Do we want to? Oh, that changed so much right there. That changed a lot. I think for this turn, what we do is we charge and we keep it a buck. Like we just charge here, yeah. After charging here, we are going to. I think at this point we established the Unison. We have Charismatic as well. So we established the Unison here, and we just +1 them. We draw a card. A Demon is Born is a great card to have right now, but we don't have the Zenkai energy to use it, so we have to start making that Zenkai energy. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to swing with my leader, and when I swing with my leader, we get to draw a card. That's perfect because we don't need him. After drawing a card, what I'm going to do here, let me check this. That's fine. After drawing that card, we are going to activate my ability to play drone and blow up something of theirs, and then we get a draw from this man. So cool. That's tight, and we might as well just put you up to 20k because we can. Turn that into Zenkai energy immediately. After we do that, we can swing up and we can throw this in as a combo, turn that into Zenkai energy as well. We can swing with King Piccolo and have King Piccolo go up 1, and then untap. We can then swing here. Actually, no, he doesn't have barrier, so I don't trust him staying. We can swing here as well. And do we have another one? I'm trying to see exactly what's going on. Nah, we don't swing with him actually, because I want him to be up for next turn, to be honest. So I think what we do here is we swing for another 20k, and then we swing here for another 20k, and then we swing here for another 20k. Any one of these could have actually gotten the Piccolo just so we have our stuff on board, and then we can put this here. Because what this is going to allow us to do now is, once we have everything situated, we have 3 Zenkai energy, and it's probably now very, very known what we're trying to do. But if it is what it is, if you can't stop, you can't stop it. So Yeah, we've got this. And now when it comes to their turn, even though my hand is small, we have defense. They will have to start swinging at my unison first, but if they play anything that's threatening before they get it down too low, swinging it 2 times or swinging a double strike, we've got charismatic. So that's a huge thing. After having things like charismatic, we also have the ability to throw a blocker. Like if they swing at my unison, I can always just throw drum in front of it. And then on top of charismatic doing what charismatic's supposed to do, we have the ability now to tap 1 to play a Demon is Born, and we're going to negate the attack, and then we're going to play the drum, and then we're going to destroy something on their side of the board. And after destroying something on their side of the board, we now get to draw again from this Piccolo. And if we so chose, actually no, we don't have a homicidal clone today. It really depends on what the turn is. If they're all tapped out and this is pretty much the extent of what they can do, we could take this just to make Z energy. Like we literally could. Because what? The leader takes 2 Z energy. I think that's actually just a actual play. Like just to flex it, let's say just to flex it. Let's say when we do that, we also take a life from this guy. It's ballsy, but it really depends on what we're doing for this play. So after hitting all this, I can show you some of the more explosive turns in the game. We already have one, so we don't need one. We're going to charge this, right? After charging that, what we can now do here is +1 to draw 1. That's very, very cool. I'm trying to think of exactly how we want to spread out the damage. We can swing with King Piccolo, and we can combo here, and we can +1, and we can +1. I think right now, if we wanted to, we could check it a little bit. Yeah, you know what? Let's just leave that there. So 25, and then he's gonna untap, right? Well, he's untapping for his auto. We can then swing with this one, and we can just hit this to draw 1, to draw 2. Stuff is kind of useless. We are going to banish that and add this to Z energy. After adding that to Z energy, I think we could actually probably go a little bit harder, right? Because we want to, if this is an all-out turn, it's an all-out turn. We play this, or we swing with this, and we go up to 15, or 20. So now we've had a 20k strike. We've had a 20, yeah, we've had 2 20ks. And actually, no, a 25k as well. Yeah, we're kind of bulling on this one. We can also swing here and do this one and this one. We can swing there as well. We now have 2 life, so why don't we just get rid of that and that to play this guy. So now we have, yeah, once we actually have in the right space, we've got okay, my guy. Once it wants to like stop doing me dirty. So now we have Piccolo Jr. Vengeful Awakening. We are at 2 or less, and there are 1 or more King Piccolo cards in my drop, right? Right? Yes, there are. Woo, almost played that wrong. But yeah. So your green Namekian cards and green demon cards gain 5,000 power. Okay, cool. So we should have swung in a slightly different order. Sorry, I am prone to mistakes, because now with this, these guys could have been 20k, 25k, 25. Yeah, this is just absolutely disgusting. So this card coming out makes this push turn so stupid. And this is, if a King Piccolo card is in your Z energy, this card gains plus 5,000 and critical. So that's true right there. So now we have the ability to swing with this guy. And this guy is going to be a 25k base. All right, literal base. And on top of him being already that dumb, we can do some more fishing. So we can play this to draw 1, to draw 2, to remove a unison we don't want, and then add this again to Z energy. Like I said, the sequencing was a little whack on that one. I could have done that one a lot better. I could have even swung with the 1 drop because I knew I was going to play him anyway. He has an activate main that could be used as well. There's just so much stuff that can happen here. But the cool kicker right now is that I can play this to play Goku and blow up something on their side of the board while getting rid of a Sand, right? And then I could also play this to then play this guy and get rid of their unison as well, just in case it was still there. We can swing multiple times here like 1, 2, we still have this one. Like there's stuff we can still do. And on top of that, you can play this to evolve over this. And now when you swing with this 25k, as long as they don't, like, even if they negate it, because this is an auto, you can choose up to 3 cards. And guess what we have stacked up? Yeah. So those 3 come into play. We get to draw 1, draw 2, remove, and it's gonna probably just be the unison again. Draw 1, draw 2, remove, and your most useless card in hand is probably piano right now. Draw 1, draw 2, and remove again. And right now we have the ability to play like all of this. On top of that, if they have anything still there, we at any point could have activated main to blow up a blocker, and that would draw us another card from King Piccolo. So yeah, that is a lot of how this deck works. There's a lot of cool stuff you can do, and I know the end of that was sloppy, but there's a lot of interactions, and I'm trying to do this a little fast. So I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope this video was informative, even though it was a little on the long side. There's a lot to talk about when you're going through these, and I will see you for the next set of reveals and the next archetype dive. Thanks, and you have a great day. See ya.